Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. And once again, we're continuing on the saga of what's his name? The Flying Tank. And without any further ado, this is Code Yin Yang.
Code Ying Yang. A purple-caped man zipped through city alleys on a stolen electric scooter, duffel bag sagging with cash and clinking coins. He laughed behind his mask as squad cars blazed past the narrow alleyway, engines wailing. The scent of smoke grenades and chaos clung to him. Radon the Rebel. Bank robber. Gas artist. Villain. His specialty? Small banks, fast hits, no casualties, just vapor trails and getaway wheels. High above, from a rooftop perch, another figure spotted him through binoculars. Cloaked in crimson, wearing goggles that glinted in the sun, was Cobalt Red, the city's mid-tier do-gooder with a jet-powered e-bike and enough moral fiber to knit a flag. He launched off the rooftop, roaring down toward Radon. A swipe, a swerve, and the two collided hard, tumbling into a trash heap. When the crash settled, both men clutched the strap of the duffel bag, tugging like children over a toy. Then came the sirens. Police cars screeched to a halt. Guns were drawn. "Hands up! Now!" Cobalt raised a hand and shouted, "I'm on your side!" One officer squinted, recognized him, and lowered his weapon. "Okay, thanks for the help. We'll take it from here." Radon was slapped in cuffs and dragged toward the cruiser. Cobalt turned to leave, but a scream made him pause. "Get the fuck off me, pigs!" Cobalt looked back, and what he saw chilled him. Radon, helpless, was being kicked in the ribs, not resisting, just bleeding. "Hey!" Cobalt shouted, charging back. "This isn't justice." Two cops turned on him and wrestled him to the ground. They sprayed both men with pepper spray. The hero screamed. The villain coughed blood. From a rooftop across the street, a boy watched. Black hoodie, combat boots, a slingshot on his hip. Kao, sidekick of Radon the Rebel. He pulled from his pocket a communicator. Black and white, swirling in a perfect yin-yang. He clicked the black half and spoke, "Calling all villains. Code black. Cops are beating a villain and a hero, requesting backup. Static." Then voices. "Negative. That's not a code black. Not your usual brutality. The big man's gonna want to hear about this. Go Code Yin Yang. Go Code Yin Yang." Chow looked back at the street. The cops slammed the car door. One reached through the open window and punched Cobalt in the mouth. Chow clicked both halves of the device. Code Yin Yang. Dirty cops abusing their author. And he was there. The air trembled. Above him hovered a figure like a thunderclap made flesh. White tights. A cape caught in unseen winds. On his chest, the black and white yin-yang burned with balance and power. The flying tank. "Problem?" he asked, voice low and celestial. Kao nodded, trembling with relief. "Yes, those cops were beating my man Radon, and Cobalt tried to stop them. Now they're both cuffed, bleeding, stuffed in the back of..." Swoosh! Metal screamed. The back of the police cruiser simply ceased to exist, ripped off like paper. The engine clattered onto the road in 3 twisted pieces. Officers reached for their guns. "Do not exit your vehicle." The voice was absolute. "I am taking my people from you. You cannot interfere. Boys, get out of there." The cops obeyed. They didn't dare look up. Radon staggered out of the crushed car. Cobalt followed, coughing. The flying tank snapped their cuffs apart with flicks of his fingers. Heroes and villains began to arrive, from rooftops, from storm drains, from skylines and gutters. They stood together where Code Yin Yang had been called. Enemies by nature, allies by cause. Together, when justice fails. The flying tank hovered above them, watching. His communicator glowed. Code Yin Yang resolved. And then, swoosh, he was gone. Back to grade papers, back to lead a school, back to prepare for tomorrow's assembly. He was the hero, and they were his people.
Well, I was really happy with the way that turned out. I wanted to make, I don't know if it came across, but I wanted to make the flying tank a nice guy, but he's also very intimidating. It's like the cops don't even look up at him. Like he he's just there. He's a force of nature, and he does. When it comes down to it, you can't stop him. Like he's unstoppable. You can compare that to many other fictional characters. I'm sure you You can probably guess who he's mostly based on. Uh, but I guess for copyright reasons, I won't say who that is. But I'm sure at some point I'll just say it without thinking about it. But I'm trying to slowly paint a picture of this society, but from the perspective of these heroes and villains. And so everybody came together for the morning assembly, but now you see the situation where they come together outside, and that's when Code Yin Yang has been called, because that's when the real big problems are there. And it's like you got to be a unified front. Uh, like a crime against one of us is a crime against all of us. But it seems like a gang thing, but it's really more of a crime against one of us not being superheroes and supervillains, a crime against one of us being humanity. And that might be contradicted because the villains are out there committing crimes, but we're talking about when someone's overstepping the ideals of authority. Like the villains would be able to come together to go after a hero, and the heroes would be able to go together to come after a villain. But when it's a problem with authority itself, everybody needs to come together and realize that order and chaos can agree on some things. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story. And as always, my name is Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to wish you all the luck in the world, and I want you to remember that I love you. Bye bye.